Hi, welcome to Pilates. My name's Charlton, and today, just again, another gentle practice, about 40 minutes. We'll see how we go. Um, Coming back, let's do our breath first. So, in Pilates, we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. But when you breathe out through the mouth, it's not a kind of a haka, it's more of a, and the lips could be parted, and you don't have to be making any sound. The muscles we're predominantly going to be working, and I'll bring us back to them. So if there was a goal, and there is a priority, this is it. So the muscles just under the ribs here, the rectus, the ones that go across the belly and across the back, the girdle, the transverse abdominis, and then the obliques that run up here, and of course the pelvic floor. We will use other muscles, but when we're moving arms, legs, remember, this is what we're bracing, this is what we want on. Okay. Through here, let's do a couple of gentle stretches. Just take your arms up. You could interlace your fingers, take them up, hold palms, or in my case, I'm just going to hold elbows. I'm going to draw the belly in a little as I exhale, scooping it in, and then slowly stretch. I'm going to my left, either side. Inhale back up, and a gentle stretch the other way. So we're really just warming up the body. No particular hurry. As always, kind of just relax. It's just Pilates. Not an aerobic class. We're not trying to get up a sweat, but we are going to work our muscles, particularly those core. Powerhouse. And back. Hands behind your back. Just place them lightly on the back of the hips here. Just press down, draw the belly in again, shoulders, just opening up the chest. And release. Okay. Now, I've got a block for our first movement, and I'm going to use it a couple of times throughout the practice. You could use it, you could go without it. Haven't got a block, anything that gives you a little step up. And maybe today you don't use it, but have sort of props around like the towel that I had last week for your neck, if they help you. If you've got something to step on, and it literally could be anything, any height, all we're going to do is step and down. So that's bent or straightening and bending. Now, you could do the same thing without it, a little harder. So just bend and bend. So same sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to stay up, and again, I'll show you how to do this without the block. Now it's a bit more of a hip hike. So this can be done up on the block, makes it actually a little easier, or just lift your hip. And that should have been the other one. So with the left. There we go. There'll be a few little movements that we do like this. Okay, going to change. Try the other side. So just foot on block, foot on ground. This leg is bent, this leg is straight. So continue. Just bend, straight. So again on the ground. Bend. There we go, straight. Bend a little more harder. So even the slightest raise does help this. And you're literally just warming up. I totally lost my plot there. Okay, next one, hip hike. So it's the right hip, whether you're up on a block or you're down, foot could be on the ground, foot could be up. And that'll do us. Okay, block out of the way. We may or may not get back to that. So we'll just put it off of the way. A couple of roll downs. So let's come into the breath. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Just bend, bend, bend knees. Hands could even slide down. Maybe you get all the way to the ground. Maybe nowhere near it. Turning. And then inhale here. Exhale slowly up. And again. Exhale down. Remember that misting breath, scooping the belly in. Inhale. Exhale back up. One more, and we're going to stay down for a little stretch. So again, you could be here, you can be all the way to the ground. I'm going bent knees just kind of to my back, my hamstrings. Now I'm going to do a half lift. I'm going to slide the hands up the shins, lengthen the spine. So let's try a couple of those just down. Again, if you do have the block, this can be even easier. And lengthen, down, and bend, and bend, and straighten, and straighten, and that'll do. Okay. Bring yourself down, left knee on the ground, right leg through. Yeah, we're going to get to the core very shortly. From here, lean a little deeper, hold, draw the belly in, press into your back shin. Foot can be curled, foot can be on top of mat. And then extend your arm up. So you want to feel this on the left side. So ground the big toe mound, let the hip come a little forward. Trying to stretch right into the core, into the soleus. And then hands down. Walk your right foot forward, forward, forward. Flatten it, hold. Now bring your heel back, hold. And bend, change. Right leg here, and just for a moment we're going to stretch this quad. So bring the heel to your buttock, hold. Let the foot pull into the hand a little, and the hand pulls a little into the hand. Not too much energy at this point. So just the left quad. Again, zip this belly in, try and tuck the tailbone. You might feel it on the front of the hip here. And change. So we'll go the other way. Again, come into this lunging position. Let your hips go a little forward. Use your hands to lengthen up. Draw your belly in and you're trying to tuck. And then this right arm goes up. We're just trying to extend even more through here. And we're holding. And then we're down. Going to walk the left leg. Ground, hip back. Now, heel. And release. Okay. One more, and then we're on our back. So again, just lifting. You could be patting this knee if that was better. Double over the mat if nothing else is handy. Bit late to be telling you that as it's our second side. And release. Okay. Legs come forward. And then just bring yourself straight onto your back. And the first thing to do is really simple. Hips are going to roll forward, hips are going to roll back. So they never come off the ground. Roll on them forward. Think of it like a rolling pin. Hits the mat or the dough. Roll the hips forward. Back arches. Oh, that's nice. And belly in. Do a couple more. That's nice and slow. Okay. Let that go. And from here, draw your belly in and let it go. Again, just wiggle the hips and notice if you've got a little bit of an arch in your back and if there's a bit of space here. I can get my hand under quite without much movement. You might find there's only a little gap. We're going to call that your neutral spine. So this is without any effort here. And your back has a curve. And some of us it'll be quite a curve. Others it'll be a little curve. And draw the belly in and not let the back go to the mat unless your back naturally does. And just to see the difference, I'm going to draw the belly in. I'm going to have to tilt my hips to get my lower back on the mat. I'd call this imprinting, and the nice thing about this is it's quite tight. You're going to let it go. I'm going to draw the belly in as I exhale through the mouth again. Lower back's not to the mat. Different bodies are going to do different things here. What I mainly want you to feel is this is tight. Okay, let's do a new movement. I want you to imagine you've got a little marble and you put it on your pubic bone Inhale, and then as you exhale, roll it to your belly button, and then roll it back to your pubic bone. Now try not to move your hips too much. So I'm going to place my hands on the hips. I'm just going to roll a little that way, a little back, a little that way, a little back. And then I'm going to roll the marble to my left hip, right on the top here, then to the pubic bone, to the right hip, back to the belly. But it's a real small, so play with that and alternate the circle, or go from hip point to hip point, to belly button to tail, pubic bone. And then try and get a complete circle, go clockwise. So from pubic bone, right, hip, belly button, left, legs, try not to move them. We're just stabilizing our pelvic floor. And let it go. Okay, soles of the feet together, knees go wide. Now, any of you that have been around since the 80s, or maybe you remember the thigh master used to put it between your thighs, and then you squeeze in against resistance. We're going to imagine that resistance. So press the feet quite strongly together, and they do not separate at all. Going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, slowly squeeze the knees in. So imagine you had resistance. Not trying to get the knees together because my feet are going to stay together. Inhale, control the movement back down. Let's do one more together. Exhale, through the mouth. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale, breathe into the ribs. Don't breathe to the belly as you will lower down. Two more on your own. And release. Okay. Walk your feet about hip width apart. Now, scoop your belly in. So belly in tight. Don't do it so tight that, oh, this is uncomfortable. I'm not going to be able to hold this. I'm just drawing it in so I feel a bracing. So remember, some of us as we draw it in, will just naturally imprint. You'll feel your spine on the mat. Others, as we exhale, belly scoops in. I want you to inhale, lift your right leg, hands alongside. Exhale, slowly press your leg forward. Now, toes can be flexed, toes can point. Inhale back, exhale down. Let's try the second side. So again, I'm not trying, this core is on the whole time. At the moment, I've got it off because both legs are down. So inhale, prepare, lift your left, point, exhale, left foot forward, left leg. Inhale back, breathe to my ribs. Exhale down. And again, lift, point or flex. Inhale back. Exhale down. And again. And again. So moving at your own pace, we're going to do another, say, 4. I don't want you to get caught up in the number and suddenly try to rip out 4 on each side. Be aware here. Like now you might even want to just pull your belly in, hold, so you're scooping, but my hands are on the belly so I can literally feel that until I don't need to. So about now I've got the belly in as I extend my opposite leg and bring it back and down and up and back and down. I reckon we've got 2 to go. One each side. Okay. Little quick windshield wipe. Let's just walk your feet out. And one way, the other. Okay. From here, bring it back. We're going to do a bent knee drop out. So similar movement, hands on hips, inhale, prepare, exhale. Knee goes to the right, but not so much that I'm pulling my hips over. Trying to keep the back of my left hip down. And then inhale up. And again, we're alternating. Exhale, other side. All these movements are much more subtler than what we normally do. However, I'm bracing, or scooping, the belly's on, just lightly on. Maybe again you can feel it with your hands there if it helps, without your hands, imprint or scoop. Let's say 4 again. Again, don't get caught up in the number. 2 would be awesome if this is switched on. You are training your mind, that's why we come back, and your body. So this becomes an automatic movement that eventually you don't need to do it. It just happens. This core will come under brace you. And believe it or not, it happens anyway. We're just getting it more defined. And again. One more. Okay. From here, extend your arms alongside. Draw your belly in, exhale, lift yourself up, hands reaching forward. So we've got a little bit of a crunch happening here. Palms down. We're going to do 100, but this is just a warm-up 100. So the arms now, the movement is from the arms. You're going to inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more practice. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And then slowly down. Okay. We're going to repeat that. And there's a few options. One is keep your head down, arms here, but you've got to have this brace. Remember, key what you're working on. The head could be up, but it could get tight after a while. So you can bring one hand behind the head, then you alternate that when you're ready. Legs could be up, and that's the way I'm going to go. Now, this tends to now imprint my spine a bit. So I'm going to draw my belly in. Legs could be extended. Okay, arms alongside. Choose your position. If you've come here and realize that's not working for you, feel free to change. Again, concentrate. This is what it is. This is what we're working. So let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees to chest. Give that a little break. Okay. From here, feet and knees to rest. Extend your right leg up. And initially, just have a stretch. Draw it into you. Doesn't matter if the knee bends. Circle, plus. Okay. Point your toes. Turn your leg out, flatten the foot. Now, when you turn, it's not just at the foot, the whole leg is turning. And bring it back. Do a couple. Turn, bring it back and point. Turn it out. Point, turn it out, hold. Now, inhale, bring the knee down. Exhale, up. Try to keep the foot flat. Inhale, and the exhale, can it come from the belly? Pull the belly in, pull the belly in. And again. Okay. Bend the knee, left leg, keep it for now in bend, and draw a little circle on the ceiling. A nice little circle. Feel that in the hip, reverse the circle. Okay. Now keep it then, or extend it, extend the other leg. I'm going to extend, but I'm going to start little circles, as maybe a bit bigger than the last one. Again, I don't want to move too much of the hips, my belly's engaged. So we're going to exhale down, inhale up. And don't make it so big that you lose control. And this is 2. You can exhale 1, inhale 1. 2 to go. Make that 2 more. I'm aiming for about 8. And 1. Again, belly in, belly in, belly in, belly in. Bring it back up, take it out to the side. Now bring it across, down, around, up. That's 1. Remember, knee can be bent. Down, around, up. And the circle could be really small. This is 3. Doing a small one. Getting it a little bigger because it feels right for me. That's 4. 4 to go. Belly in. 2 to go. 1. And bring it in, lengthen it up, and slowly, slowly lower down. Okay, take a moment. Come all the way back to center. Feet in easy rest again. Extend the left leg. And again, just floss at the beginning. Point the toe, point the heel. We're getting a little bit of movement of fluid through the tissues. Maybe a big squeeze. Okay. Point, turn it out. Point, turn it out. Point, turn it out. We'll do one more. Point, turn it out, hold it out, and bend the knee with an inhale. Doesn't even have to be that big. This is where you're working. Exhale, belly comes in. Inhale. 2, 3, keep it turned down. This is the last one. 4, and then again, start the circle with the bent knee. Just a nice little circle with the point of your knee. And then reverse. Okay. Either keep it bent. Remember, you can come back to this any time or up. So we're going to go a little circle for 1, 2. When you feel you want to make your circle a little bigger, you do. We got 6 to go. 3. Remember, it could be exhale down, inhale around and up. 4. Or it could be exhale 1. 5. Inhale 1. Control the movement, control the movement. Don't let it be sloppy at the hips. Belly's engaged. 6. 7. 8. Okay. As you come up, take it out to the left for a little bit. Bring it back, down, across. Again, start maybe with a little circle. That was 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Concentrate on the movement, the numbers just to keep us moving. 7. And 8. Okay. Up, a little squeeze. And then up and nice and slowly, slowly, slowly down. Okay, let it go. From here, bring your knees to your chest first. Just a nice little squeeze, maybe head up. Stretch that lower back. Roll onto your side. Could have your hand resting lightly on your head as I'm doing. Could have it resting on your bicep. Could have a little towel or anything that just keeps your neck in line here. From here, today, let's try and stack everything. So head, shoulders, legs all in one line. However, some of us will find that's not going to work to be able to keep your hips stacked on top of each other. So you might want your feet forward. If you're feeling, oh, there's a bony bit here, by all means, when we're setting up, have an extra mat or put a blanket under the mat, put it up on a carpet, because as you know, most of this works here, as long as it's still nice and flat, even though it's cushioned. Okay, hands in front, I want you to scoop your belly in, so belly in lightly, lower back pulls in. So you can feel that neutral curve, and don't worry if all of this doesn't make sense, the more you do it, the more you start to feel it. Okay. From here, we're going to do hot potato. So we're going to lift the leg, going to tap 1, 2, and that's the exhale. Inhale up, 1, 2 behind, and again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Rainbow up. So a little more, and you'll feel it here. 1, 2. So you know not to do it if it's not working. We're on 5. 1, 2. 6, going for 10, 7, 9, and 10, 1, 2, 1, 2, hold. Okay, now bottom leg's going to come to top. So I'm going to exhale, squeeze, so it's inner thigh working. You may not get there, and down. To make it a little more interesting, turn your feet out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet together, hold up for just 10, 9, 8. See if you can get a little higher. Feel these obliques working. Woo! What are we up to? We'll say 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Going to come up in for a mermaid. So slide your bottom knee forward, back, top knee back, hold, and take your arm across. Maybe circle the shoulder we're lying on, stretch, change, hand down, stretch out. So of course we're going to repeat that on the second side. So let's change. Okay. Again, set yourself up. Stack everything in line or let the legs come forward, particularly if that's easier to maintain stability in your hips and your core. Hand where you want it to be. And it's all a process of figuring out these things. Hands in front, scoop the belly in. Going to lift the top leg, we're going to hop potato. So again, 1, 2, start slow. 1, 2. We'll build up to it. 1, 2. We're on 2 already. 1, 2. 1, 2. 4, 1, 2. Now I'm going to rainbow up. 1, 2. Add a little more to it. We're going to rainbow forward. 1, 2. I'm on 5. 2, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, rainbow, rainbow, 1, 2. Okay. This leg up, again, either keep it just pointing forward about hip height, maybe a little higher, lower, or point it out. I'm going to lift the bottom leg and it's just a little bit extra. So if I just bring this up flat, it's going to work inner thighs. But if I turn it down, turn that out, bring them together, there's an extra little bit of work. We're on 3, 4, but feel free to just do it this way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Together, hold. Lift a little higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, yay, 1. Okay. Again, come all the way up, losing my microphone. There we go. Stretch, maybe circle that shoulder. Stretch the other way. Reach and lengthen. Hold. Okay. This is going to bring us on to our belly. Alrighty. First thing to do here is just swish the hips, give your belly a bit of a massage. We don't have it engaged yet. And then gently pull the belly in a little bit. Hold that in. Now belly's coming in, lower back's coming in. I've got a little hold happening. I'm going to breathe in. This is a good way to practice that, not breathing to your belly. So the belly will touch the ground unless you haven't got one. Potentially. Breathe in through the nose. So I'm trying to breathe to my ribs, my back body, not trying to breathe into my diaphragm, which will push my belly down. Or out, should I say. I'm going to exhale. If anything, I might just re-brace the belly a little bit. Okay, arms in letter E. One of my favorite moves, pretty much one I'll do, not just in Pilates, but in yoga. I just works the back of the neck there, the shoulders, and that rounding we get in our upper back, or can happen. So, draw the belly in, inhale, lift the head, shoulders, hold. So, notice if you're pressing your belly, just put it in a little. Should be really noticeable here. Exhale, control it down. Going to change that a little. I want you to inhale, lift your head and shoulders. Exhale, lift your arms. And down. And everything together again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Okay, hands right alongside your chest. Swan. Tuck your elbows in. Inhale, lift. Give your belly a stretch. So hands pull into the ground. Don't worry about how high. Give a big bend in the elbows. Press your breastbone forward. Press into your pubic bone. Try and stretch the stripe from the pubic bone right to the breastbone, as if there was one. And release. Do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Take a little child, or actually a shell pose. Knees a little wider, toes touch. Stack your forearms and round. Exhale, scoop the belly in. Tuck the tailbone a little more. Maybe get on top of your head. By that I mean I'm trying to bring the top of my head to my forearms. And let it go. Try that again. Exhale. Excuse me. And release. Okay, let's come back onto our belly. Okay. From here, bring your left forearm forward, right heel to your body. Reach your right hand. Now, maybe you find your foot, maybe you don't. All I want you to do is slowly lift your knee. So the foot's pulling back and the hand's pulling in, and that gives me a little lift. I'm pressing into my left, my right. So this is option one. Option two, particularly if you've got a block, very similar action. I'm going to wedge it between my heel and my butt cheek. This time I'm going to take my arms out, probably keep my head down, although I could keep it up. I'm going to press, get a little pressure with the heel pressing into the block, pressing into my butt cheek. I'm going to see if I can lift. So one way or the other, two more. This way. One more. And that'll go. Okay. So again, second side. Right arm down, right leg down, left heel in. Hold. Even if you're going to do it with a block, if you've got that, try this one first. Exhale. Let the foot pull back a little. Let the hand pull into the foot gently. Try not to pull your knee out of the joint, particularly if you're home alone. There's no one to get it back in for you. And down. Now, because I've got the block, I'm going to go with the block, but you don't have to, because half the trick of the block is getting it in the right place. Once you've found it, though, it's usually pretty easy to replicate. Press into the butt, into the block, says he who's done this quite a few times. And two. Whatever you're doing, holding, we're just coming lightly in, lightly out. We are not overdoing this. Three. and 4. Okay, let it go. Now, legs long. Again, hands down, maybe just resting. Inhale, or even hands alongside your body here. I prefer to just rest though. Inhale, exhale, lift your legs. Do not worry how high. Belly in, remember, you're trying to teach your muscles. So if I press my belly in when I'm doing this to the ground, I'm teaching them that's the way to behave. So think of it that way. You're trying to train them to behave the way you want. So draw the belly in, exhale, lift. Don't worry about how high. Again, down. Now, if you've got a block, we can do the same thing by holding the block. And you're not wanting something too heavy if you're alternating here, but you do need something with a little bit of weight. So to do the same thing, inhale, prepare, exhale. I'm not going that high. I don't want to feel this in my back and pull my belly in. In fact, I felt it in my back. So I've drawn the belly in and it's off. And back, and again, and down. One more. Now, as I come into this one, regardless of whether you're doing it with a block or not, bend. Inhale, point, so it can be done with a block, without. Exhale. And back. Exhale. And back. One more. Again, without block, it's just exhale. Still getting all the movement. In fact, this is harder, so let's do an extra one. Just because I realise it's harder without the block. Or maybe that's just got tired little legs. And I'm going to release. Hands alongside. Going to do one more little swan. Again, slowly up. Press. Stretch the belly. Oh, nice stretch. Reach to your crown. So I'm not crunching or compressing my spine. Come back for another little child. Any child this time, whatever you want to do. Arms extended, arms back if you like. If you're back and you've got your forehead on the mat, maybe give it a little massage. And then gently roll on up. Okay. Coming onto your side. So from here, start with your knees stacked and on your forearm. This can be done, well, this is probably the only way we could do it. You could do it here. We're going to lift our hips, but there's not a lot of movement happening. But however, if your shoulder says you shouldn't be on the forearm, maybe just here and lift. I'm going to come up onto the forearm. So lying down, just lift your hips. I'm going to inhale, exhale, lift, pressing. So my shoulder is elbow's a little forward at the shoulder, but as soon as I lift, it's now over the shoulder. And my hand, that was 2, could be there, whatever works. 3. Okay, 3 to go. We're adding. This arm comes up and over. Should actually make it easier, I find. You're getting a good stretch out of it. And again. Let's say 2 more, even though I said 3. My counting's pretty loose. I'm going to do this in a side forearm. So I'm going to lift. You don't have to. Just keep lifting the way you are. And again. And maybe for this one, lift. If you're in this position. And down and down. Okay. Take a moment. Top leg up. So again, there's a couple of options. One is we're back here and we just kick forward. And there's a couple of different movements we're going to do. We're going to do 8 of them. Second option is to come all the way. Oh, third option is to just be lying down on your side again and just bringing it forward. So there, or for the final option, I'm going to come all the way up. Now, I might want to pad my knee. Today it's feeling okay. I don't need to. I'm going to lift my leg up. I'm going to exhale forward for 1, 2, 3. Not worry about how far. 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're up here, press into this hand. 8. Bring it back. Now, heel to body. For 1, 2, 3. Scoop the belly in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring it back. Okay, from here, knee to chest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Okay, come into a little cat have, a little stretch, a little twist. We are going to do the second side, just not yet. Okay, we're going to do a forearm plank. We're going to do a couple. So, option 1, forearms here. Forearms, you could touch your palms together, you could interlace your fingers. Start with the modified. You want to go straight into it, you do. I'm going to draw my belly in. Inhale, lift my belly, my thigh, hips, my thighs. Hips are up. Going to curl, press into my forearms. If I wanted to, curl the toes, lift the knees. And we're going to hold your variation just for a couple more breaths. Keep tucking the tailbone. If your knees are down, keep tucking the tailbone, lengthen the spine. If your knees are up, keep tucking the tailbone. And then knees down, thighs down, belly down. Okay, we're going to go for 15 seconds, lifting into your position now. Time starts now, and I'm actually timing us, so 15 will be over before you know it. And down, all the way up. Little shake. Okay, so we're going to repeat everything we did on the other side. So again, starting with the hip dip, remember, you can be here and you can literally just lift your hip off the ground. You'll get a lot of the action. In fact, that's quite interesting. Or we're here and we're lifting. And we save the last 3 for the full one, although if you're feeling like you want to go there, okay, adding the arm. And up. One more like this. Stay. Last 3 this way. 2, 3. Maybe hold. And down, down. Okay. Choose again. You're here for the kicks, you're lying for the kicks, or you're coming up. Get yourself comfortable. If you're up, or if you're on that forearm, make sure your shoulder feels good. You can't drop into this. You've got to lift, press. Lift, again, just to where it makes sense for you to have this leg kicking forward for 1, 2, it's not a big movement. 3, and try not to sway these hips. I'm exhaling. 4, belly's pulling in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, bring it back. Heel to buttock. 1, pull the belly in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hold. Next one, knee to chest. 1. That's the working part. 2, 3. Scoop the belly in. 4. You can feel it from here. 5, 6, 7, 8, and that'll do. Okay, come back down again. Might want to just shake out particularly this shoulder. So, 2 forearm planks. I'm going to turn back this way. That's where my clock is. Going to lower down. So you know, nearly up, forearm plank to the time. We're going to go 20 and then 30. So I'm lifting up, time starts now. Kneeling or up. And we're halfway there already. 20 goes pretty quickly this way. Again, press the feet back if you're up. Draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone regardless, lengthen the neck. And knees down, thighs down, belly down. Take a little moment. Going to start us on 30. So we're going to try one for 30 seconds. Okay. Setting up. Time starts now. So just a gentle little 30, concentrate on technique, press into your forearms. Don't let your shoulders collapse. You're pressing, shoulder blades are kind of going down and out a little bit. There's a bit of broadening, but not so much there's a big hump between your shoulder blades. Press your heels back. Scoop the belly and tuck your tailbone. Keep your neck long. And just see if you can normalize the breath. Last one, it's as strong as this is going to get today. For the last moment, tuck your tailbone a bit more, tuck your chin to your chest, and down, down, and release. Knees wide. Okay, going to finish off. We've got about 5 or so more minutes. So let's give it a nice little boost, and then you've got a good stretch to finish. So what I want us to do is do roll like a ball. You don't have to do it. You could do a boat pose. However, try this. Bring your heels in as close as you can. Hold your shins either here or here. If you're going to just stay here, and pretty fine to do, there's a lot happening. I'm going to get my knees a bit wider. I'm going to hold and let myself round a little. Option 1. In fact, let's all do this for a moment. So you can feel quite a lot happening to hold you here. I'm going to inhale, if you want to do it, chin to chest, slowly back. Back up again. And then inhale. Try to come back to the place you started. Again, pull those heels in close. Inhale. Oh, I use momentum more there. Let's say 2 or 3 more. Just find your own rhythm. Remember, you can be holding. Yeah, that's better. I actually want to feel those core working. So, yeah. Last one. Okay, right knee and left leg long. Slowly lower yourself down. Through here, come up or keep your head down. Your choice. You're going to inhale, extend, exhale, draw in. So it's kind of concentrate on exhale. Option. Hands behind the head, continue the movement. 2 more. And down, give yourself a little massage. Going to go into double leg stretch. So from here, this movement, and we'll work it together. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, draw them back in. Option 2, so continue with that if you want, or extend the arms back as you extend the legs, circle them to hold. Option 3, head is up. I've got a little crunch happening as well, and that is 3. For 4, so know which one you want to do. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug it in. Okay. Extend by flex up. Lower the body down for a moment. Hands now alongside the body or even tuck them under. I want you to inhale a little forward for the first one, belly's in nice and tight. Exhale back up. And again. And again. Don't go so back that you feel your back overarch so forward, far forward. And back. Option, lift up, palms alongside, slowly forward. The 1, 2, 3. Draw your right leg in, left leg. Now, either long, but if you lost control, bring it up. So control the core. From here, I'm going to pull it in for 1, 2. I can be at the ground to do this, so I can be up. Change. One more each. Last little bit here. Hold up, arms alongside. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is going to get us to a stretch. So the first thing to do is bring your right knee in. Squeeze it in, left leg long. Circle the foot. Then here, take your right knee across and then bring it back. So just peel this hip up and bring it across. And again. Now hold it here, maybe touch the ground. Hand touch your head. Exhale. So this leg is down in some fashion. Exhale. Slowly bring yourself up. Inhale back. And again. And back. One more. And as you come back, let it go. And I'm going to bring that foot onto my thigh and just hold. I know I said it was a stretch, but it's a nice way to work these obliques, so I just thought I'd add just only a little bit, hopefully. I'm going to bring it back and slowly take it to the right and back. Slowly take it to the right and back. One more like that. Slowly to the right and then put it to the thigh. Maybe foot doesn't sit there, maybe it sits on the ground. And on this occasion, arms wherever you like. Again, maybe on the belly, when you rest your hands here, particularly at this stage of the practice, the session, you could release serotonin, that really good, feel-good hormone. Who doesn't want to finish with a little bit of a high? So if you've got this far, you're doing well. Okay, leg long. And draw the left leg in, again, just squeeze. Maybe circle. Okay. Hand outside, slowly draw it across, feel the back of the hip peel off, bring it back. So a bit of a massage here, stretch. Oops. Shoulder comes off, it comes off, don't fight it. And again. This time as you come off, you can stay in the air, you can touch the thigh, it can come to the ground. Left hand to your head and just slowly up and down. Don't pull on the head. Again. And one more. And then just let the body be where it wants to be here. And I'm going to bring my foot back to my thigh. I like the control of that a bit better. Okay, all the way back to centre, knee up. Slowly take it to the left. Bring it back. Slowly. So we peeled it off before. Now we're putting it back down. And you feel it, this side of the hip and right into the diamond, the sacral notch. It's a little gentle movement there. Turn it into the lazy figure four. Remember, foot here on the floor. But this leg's not raised the way we would normally do it. Okay, release. Both legs an easy rest. From here, bring your right thigh over your left. Lift your hips up, take them to the right, let your knees go any amount to the left. So just very brief little stretch. Don't overdo it. So very shortly we're coming up cross-legged, a little bit of neck stretching, and that'll be our session. So we're out, and we're changing, and we're doing the other side. Of course, this doesn't work for you, just stack your knees. You'll be fine. I'm not overdoing it. I'm not pushing my body somewhere I don't want it to be. And release. Your way to come up, I'm going to rock up and down, but you could roll to one side. And the reason I'm going to rock up and down is hands behind. I pull the knees in. I get a little forward movement. I pull them in again, a little forward movement. And what I'm actually trying to do is massage my spine. And I'm up. Come into a cross-legged. Cross-leg doesn't suit you. You're more than welcome to have your feet here, legs there, because we're just twisting. Lengthen up, take a little twist to your left. Keep the twist so my body's still facing the left. I'm going to turn my head to the center and I want to feel stretch on the outside of the neck. So I'm going to draw my right ear towards my shoulder. I'm going to keep the length though, so my shoulder blades are going down. Now, if I wanted to add, I keep this stretch, but I tilt my chin down. I'm adding to the stretch, not detracting. And then chin up, ear up, release. Try the other side. So again, lengthen up. Turn the head, then the ear. Tilt the chin. Chin up, ear up, head up. If you cross, change, just for symmetry. Last movement, hands behind the head, right at the back of the skull, there's a little bump somewhere there. Interlace your fingers, and then I'm kind of drawing it up, but forward. So there's kind of a really gentle little draw here. Come up any old way you like. I'm going to bring my feet in front, walk, lift the hips. Now I could literally just come into a forward fold here and roll up. I could, like a Russian dancer, but I quite like this one. I'm bringing out, feet crossed, like I dream a genie, and I'm pressing slowly up. Either way, it doesn't matter. Thank you for practicing Pilates today. I'll be here again next week, so it'll be a new session, and we'll see how we're going. And of course, we have the other 2 sessions already on there, so you can repeat any old time, part of it, all of it. Thank you for practicing.